Emma inherited a beautiful porcelain doll from her grandmother. The doll was delicate, with long, flowing hair and a vintage dress that looked as if it had been meticulously crafted. However, her grandmother had warned her never to take it out of its box, saying, "It's special, dear, and it has a spirit of its own." Emma, fueled by curiosity, decided to ignore the warning. One quiet evening, after her homework was done and the house was asleep, Emma carefully opened the box. She placed the doll on her shelf, admiring its intricate features by the light of her bedside lamp. As she lay in bed, she felt a strange thrill. What could be so scary about a doll? That night, she was jolted awake by the sound of soft giggles filling her dark room. Confused and a little bit frightened, she listened closely. The giggles turned into whispering voices. "Emma, let us play," they said. Dismissing it as a figment of her imagination, she turned over and tried to go back to sleep. But the following day, Emma woke up to find the doll had moved. It was no longer on the shelf, but instead sitting right at the edge of her bed, staring at her with its wide, unblinking eyes. A chill ran down her spine, but she rationalized it away, thinking she must have moved it in her sleep. The next night, as darkness enveloped her room, the giggles returned, louder and more insistent. "Let me out, Emma," the voices giggled. Panic set in. The doll was supposed to be in its box, safe and contained. As she got out of bed, she rushed to the box, ready to put the doll back inside. But the box was already wide open. In a cold sweat, Emma took the doll and slammed it back into the box. She tied it shut and took it back to her closet, afraid of what would happen next. Yet every morning when she woke up, the doll was outside the box, in a different spot, always watching, always waiting. Days turned into weeks, and Emma's fear grew. She stopped inviting friends over and began to dread nighttime. The whispers had become louder, more demanding. One fateful night, unable to take it anymore, Emma, with trembling hands, decided to get rid of the doll once and for all. She drove to the woods and buried the box deep underground. "You'll never haunt me again," she cried, feeling a rush of relief. But as she returned home, she felt a cold breeze brush against her neck and heard the familiar giggling in the wind. "You can't escape me, Emma." That night, as she lay in bed, the whispers turned into a chant, echoing through her room. "Let us play forever." When she opened her eyes, the doll was there, back on her shelf, its porcelain smile wider than ever.